Think about that granola bar you grabbed for a healthy start this morning. Or that flavored yogurt you thought was a guilt-free snack. What about that bottled pasta sauce for a quick weekend dinner? What if I told you they're all part of a calculated deception? A trick designed not just to win you over as a customer, but to get you hooked on a substance that's quietly fueling a global mental health crisis. This isn't about calories or gaining weight. This is the story of a sweet poison, a powerful dependency engineered in a lab and hidden in plain sight on your kitchen shelves. And the cost is much, much higher than you think. It's your peace of mind. For decades, we're all told one simple story: fat is the enemy. It was the villain in our food, the one thing that would clog your arteries and make you sick. That message was hammered into us by health authorities and slapped across every low-fat product that flooded the grocery store. But here's the twisted truth, uncovered in historical documents. Back in the 1960s, the sugar industry paid influential scientists to perform a masterful sleight of hand to downplay the link between sugar and heart disease and point the finger squarely at fat. This wasn't an accident, it was a deliberate strategy. This single industry-funded story changed the script for decades of dietary advice. As everyone started cutting fat, the food industry replaced it with some cheaper, tastier, and far more profitable sugar. It was the ultimate bait and switch. Low fat didn't mean healthy, it just meant high sugar. As we all ate more of it, something else started to rise. First, quietly, then with terrifying speed. Rates of anxiety, depression, and mood disorders begin to climb. We were told we were eating healthier, but we were walking straight into a trap. One that was designed to capture our brains just as much as our bodies. Here's the secret. The industry never wanted you to know sugar hijacks your brain in a way that's chillingly similar to addictive drugs. Be sure to click the subscribe, like, and notifications button for more videos like this one. When you eat something sugary, it's like flipping a switch on your brain's reward system, releasing a flood of a chemical called dopamine. This isn't just a little treat. It's the exact same chemical pathway that's activated by substances like cocaine or heroin. It gives you that quick, intense burst of pleasure, a short-lived high that makes you feel fantastic for a moment. But that high is a joyride destined to crash. The dopamine surge fades fast, leaving you irritable, mentally foggy, and tired. Your brain, remembering that intense reward, starts tapping you on the shoulder asking, "When can we do that again?" This creates powerful cravings for another sugar hit to get that good feeling back. Over time, your brain adapts. It's like the volume on your pleasure alarm gets turned down. The same amount of sugar doesn't give you the same dopamine rush anymore. So you need more and more just to feel normal. This cycle, binge, crash, crave, repeat, is the classic signature of addiction. Animal studies have shown that rats can become so dependent on sugar that they show all the signs of addiction, including binging, withdrawal symptoms like the shakes and anxiety, and intense cravings. This isn't about a lack of willpower. These foods are scientifically engineered with the perfect bliss point, a precise combination of sugar, fat, and salt that's like a perfectly tuned radio frequency designed to override your brain's natural ability to tell you when you're full. You're not just fighting a sweet tooth, you're fighting a product designed to addict you. This engineered dependency has a devastating and mostly hidden consequence. It's chipping away at our mental health. The connection between a high sugar diet and depression is no longer just a theory. It's backed up by a huge amount of research. Multiple large-scale studies have confirmed that people who eat a lot of sugar are significantly more likely to be diagnosed with depression. One major study found that men consuming over 67 grams of sugar a day, that's less than 2 cans of soda, had a 23% higher chance of developing depression or anxiety within just 5 years. First, sugar sends your blood glucose on a wild roller coaster. The spike and crash yank your mood around, making you irritable and exhausted. Second, a high sugar diet causes chronic inflammation. Think of it as a slow burning fire, not just in your body, but in your brain. This neuron inflammation is now seen as a key trigger for depressive disorders. Finally, too much sugar messes with your body's stress response system, like an alarm that's constantly blaring. This leads to higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which directly contributes to mood disorders. And it's not just depression. While the research is still developing, studies suggest sugar can pour gasoline on the fire of anxiety. The adrenaline rush from sugar can make you feel jittery on the edge, and the crash that follows leaves you with less emotional fuel to cope with life, making anxiety feel even more intense. That random agitation, that low mood that seems to appear out of nowhere, it might not be you. It could be the direct biochemical result of the food you're eating. So, you've decided you're done. You stop adding sugar to your coffee, you pass on dessert, and you put away the candy. But the deception runs much deeper. The food industry has made sugar a master of disguise, hiding it in places you'd never think to look. That bottle of pasta sauce in your pantry? It can have more sugar per serving than a cookie. That savory salad dressing? Often loaded with it. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, and other everyday condiments are packed with sweeteners, especially high fructose corn syrup. Even the so-called health foods are among the worst culprits. Flavored yogurts, granola bars, and breakfast cereals, even the whole grain ones, are often drenched in sugar. Your morning yogurt could pack as much added sugar as a donut. To spot this hidden enemy, you have to learn its aliases. On an ingredients list, sugar isn't just sugar. Look for words ending in "ose," like dextrose, fructose, sucrose, or maltose. Watch out for corn syrup, cane juice, fruit juice concentrate, molasses, or agave nectar. Remember, ingredients are listed by weight. If one of those names is near the top of the list, that food is a sugar bomb in disguise. I want you to pause this video. Go to your kitchen, grab one packaged food you think is healthy, yogurt, cereal, a sauce, and actually read the label. Find the added sugars line or scan the ingredients for its other names. Come back and drop a comment with the food you checked and how many grams of sugar you found. I promise, you're going to be shocked. If you're feeling angry right now, good. You should be. The mental health epidemic we're facing isn't some mystery. It is in many ways the direct result of a food system that chose profit over people. The mood swings, the consistent cravings, that feeling of being out of control, this isn't a personal failure. It's not a lack of willpower. It is a symptom of biochemical dependency engineered in a lab and sold to you as healthy. It's like trying to win a game that has been rigged from the start. The narrative that shames us for our food choices completely ignores the multi-billion-dollar machine that works to manipulate those choices in the first place. They funded bogus research to throw science off track for half a century and design foods to be addictive. They made the poison, hide it in everything, and then had the nerve to blame us for feeling the effects? Understanding this isn't about passing the blame. It's about recognizing who you're really up against. So, what's the fix? It's not some new fad diet or another list of forbidden foods. The solution is awareness. It's a quiet rebellion that starts in the grocery store aisle. It's about flipping over the box and actually reading the label. It's about seeing past the slick marketing on the front and finding the truth in the ingredients on the back. Choosing whole, unprocessed foods, fruits, vegetables, proteins, healthy fats isn't about dieting. It is a radical act of taking back the steering wheel of your own brain chemistry. It's about starving the system that wants you hooked and unwell. Every time you choose real food, you reclaim a piece of your power. You stabilize your blood sugar, you put out that inflammatory fire, and you let your brain's reward system finally heal and reset. Disclaimer: the information provided regarding health benefits is for informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Always consult a healthcare professional before starting any new health regimen, treatment, or if you have any questions regarding a medical condition. Individual results may vary and the effectiveness of health benefits can differ based on personal circumstances. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The first step in taking back your mind might not be in a therapist's office, but in your own kitchen. The power to change isn't in a pill, it's on your plate. If this video opened your eyes, please share it with someone you love. This isn't a secret that should stay hidden. The more of us who understand this deception, the more power we have to demand things change. Be sure to check out our other videos on similar health topics and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.